Hello boys and girls. It is good to be with you today. I am Teacher Sankita from Sekolah Menengah Kebangsaan Raja Ali, which is located in Kuala Lumpur. Before we start, do you have your notebook and pen with you? If you already have them, let's get started. Today, we are going to learn about set, Venn diagrams, universal sets, complement of a set, and subsets. By the end of today's lesson, you should be able to first, explain the meaning of set, represent the relations between sets, subsets, universal sets, and complement of a set using the Venn diagram. Before we start today's lesson, let's carry out an exploration activity. Observe the objects given. How can these objects be classified according to specific groups? What are the common characteristics of each group? Yes, you are right. All these objects can be classified according to the mode of transport, namely land, water, and air transport. Now, let's get started, shall we? Car and lorry are examples of land transport. Aeroplane and rocket are air transport, whereas sampan and ship are water transport. Thus, the objects which have common characteristics will be classified into the same group. Each of these groups is known as set. Now, how do you describe set? Set can be written by using description, listing, and set builder notation. For example, we can write the colors of Perak flag in set as follows. The set is represented by A. So, by using description, we can write A as the set of colors of Perak flag. On the other hand, using listing, set A can be represented by using a set notation, which is called a curly bracket as follows. A equals open bracket, white, yellow, black, close bracket. The colors white, yellow, and black are the elements in set A and are separated by a comma. The other alternative representation of set A is using set builder notation as follows. A equals to a set of all X such that X is a color from the Perak flag. Pupil, here you can see a basket containing pineapple, watermelon, grapes, banana, orange, apple, and pear. So pupils, can you classify the fruits into two groups? Local fruits and imported fruits? Yes, the imported fruits are grapes, apple, orange, and pear, whereas the local fruits are pineapple, watermelon, and banana. Important note: in dealing with sets, we normally have a universal set. What is a universal set? A universal set is the set that consists of all the elements under the discussion. We use the symbol xi to represent them. So in this situation, our discussion is about the fruits. So, let's represent this using a set notation. And we write like this. Psi equals, open bracket, pineapple, watermelon, grapes, banana, orange, apple, pear, and close bracket. In this case, all the 7 fruits are under discussion. So, the set can be defined as universal set and is denoted by the symbol Xi. Let's say set A represents all the imported fruits. Hence, the elements of set A are grapes, apple, orange, and pear. We can represent this information in a Venn diagram. This is how the Venn diagram representing this information looks like. Before we go further, let's look at the features of a Venn diagram and learn how to draw a Venn diagram. Besides description and set notation, a set can also be represented by an enclosed geometrical diagram which is known a Venn diagram. A Venn diagram is an enclosed geometrical figure that is used to represent a set. How do you represent the universal set by using a Venn diagram? Usually, in a Venn diagram, the universal set is represented by a rectangle. Then, followed by set A, which is represented by a circle. The letter A representing the set is written outside and closer to the circle. All the elements of set A are written in the circle using a dot. Each dot represents an element. Elements that are not included in set A are written randomly outside the circle. In dealing with sets, another important concept to know is the complement. Let's learn what it means by a complement. Here are 10 yellow cards labeled with numbers 1 to 10. Hence, the universal set is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If set A is a set with even numbers, then the elements of set A are 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. So, what is the complement of set A? The complement of set A is the set that contains all the elements in the universal set which is not an element of set A and is written as A prime. So, the elements in the complement of set A, which is A prime, are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9. Now, let's represent set A and the complement set of A using a Venn diagram. The universal set is represented by a rectangle. Set A is represented by a circle, and all the elements of set A are written in the circle. Finally, elements of the complements of set A are written randomly outside the circle as shown. Okay, pupils, now it's your turn. Let's try out this question. Given the following equation, where x is more than 10 and less than 20, whereby x is an integer. Elements of set M are 11 and 17. Pupils, you are required to draw a Venn diagram to represent universal set N. Let's check your answer, shall we? List down the elements of the universal set M by using listing. Elements of universal set are 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 and 19. Elements of set M are 11 and 17. So now, let's represent them in the Venn diagram. First, draw a rectangle to represent the universal set, followed by an oval to represent set M. Next, label both geometrical shapes with the correct symbols. Complete the elements of set M by representing them with dots in the oval. Finally, complete the rest of the elements of the universal set which is not included in the set M, outside of the oval. Now, let's learn about subsets. Set A is a subset of set B if all elements of set A are the elements of set B. A subset is represented by this symbol, which means is a subset of, while this symbol means is not a subset of. Let's look at this example. Given that x equals I, K, H, L, A and S, y equals H, I, A and S, z equals S, I, A and P. If we compare the elements of set Y with the elements of set X, we can see that all the elements of set Y are in set X. Therefore, set Y is a subset of set X and can be written as Y subset X. On the other hand, if we compare the elements of set Z with the elements of set X, we can see that P, which is the element of set Z, is not an element of set X. Therefore, set Z is not a subset of set X and written as Z, not a subset of X. Let's learn how to represent set Y as a subset of set X using a Venn diagram. For Y subset X, the circle that represents set Y is drawn inside the circle that represents set X, as shown in the Venn diagram. The elements of each set are written accordingly. So pupils, Venn diagrams can be used to represent the relations between universal set, sets, subsets, and the complement of a set. For example, the relationship A subset B and C subset B prime can be shown in the following Venn diagram. A subset B, therefore set A is in set B, whereas C subset B prime. Therefore, set C is outside of the set B. All sets are subsets of the universal set. Therefore, all of them are contained in the rectangle representing the universal set. Let's look at a question on a subset. Given that universal set equals 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. A equals 1 and 2. B equals 1, 2, 4, and 6. What is the relationship between these sets? Let's look closely at the elements of each set. Every element of set A is in set B. Thus, set A is a subset of set B. This is written as A subset B. Hence, in Venn diagram, we represent this as follows. Set A and set B will be represented in circles. As set A is a subset of set B, the circle of set A is drawn inside the circle of set B. All the elements of set A, which are 1 and 2, are put inside circle A. What about the elements of set B, which are not included in set A? They are written outside the circle A, but within the space of circle B. These elements are 4 and 6. The elements 3 and 5 in the universal set is not part of set A and set B. Therefore, these elements are written outside of circle B, but within the rectangle. So, now, boys and girls, let's look at another question. Represent each of the following relationships using a Venn diagram. Given that elements of universal sets are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Set F equals 2, 4, and 6. And set G equals 3 and 5. How does the layout of the Venn diagram look like? Let's do it together, shall we? Analyze the question and try to understand it. Set F and set G are subsets of the universal set. Set F is the subset of the complement of set G. Thus, set F and set G are represented by two circles inside the rectangle respectively as shown. Now, the elements of set F and set G is written inside the circles respectively. Finally, the other elements in the universal set 1, 7, 8, 9 and 10 are written outside of both circles. Now, the Venn diagram for the question is complete. Let's look at another question on set. So pupils, are you ready with your stationery and book? Here you go. The table below shows the names of male and female students in a school badminton club. given that all the female students and Jackie wear spectacles. By using set A to represent all the students in the badminton club, set B to represent students who wear spectacles, and set C to represent the female students, draw a Venn diagram to show the relationship between set A, B, and C. Let's figure out the relationship between set A, B, and C before we draw the Venn diagram. Yes, set C is a subset of set B. Both sets B and C are subsets of set A, which is the universal set. So, what does the Venn diagram looks like? First, we draw the rectangle to represent the universal set and label A. Next, draw two circles to represent set B and set C. Remember, set C is a subset of set B. Thus, the circle of set C is drawn inside the circle of set B. Now, list down the names of female students in set C. They are Lee, Malar, Ying, Mira, and Jane. Whereas for set B, the names of students wearing spectacles are all the female students from set C and Jackie. So, write Jackie's name in set B. Finally, for the elements of set A, list all the names of students in the badminton club excluding the names stated in set B and set C. The names of male students are as follows: Tom, Daniel, Ravi, Ali, and Anwar. All these names are written in the space within the rectangle. So pupils, we have come to the end of our lesson today. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. Thank you. Goodbye.